Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Lancelot Show. Today's gonna be a vlogging series, and I believe next week we'll have more review for it. I still need to play the Pikmin 3 for the port for it. I've been playing the Minecraft Dungeon, Heroes Edition, the new DLC, the Howling, whatever it's called. I'm not gonna review it. It's a little bit harder. I'm in Apocalypse Plus with my friend West. Get that done as well. And I'm going to tell you what I have been doing for the past several weeks, months, and so forth as well. I actually found a third-party screen. It's actually a Gulmar screen. It's like a quarter of the price of the Photon screen that they're selling. They're actually the same screen that I found out. And, Photon, NQ Photon selling it for like $60, always sold out. So I got the Mars screen with the little connector, 90-degree elbow connector for it, and it prints really fine. I've been printing bigger ones. I got some older ones I've been printing and painting as well. I've been painting a lot of figures. I want to film some of my stuff painting again. I just gotta find a camcorder or buy a brand new one. I had it not that long ago and I lost it somewhere in the house. I lost my camcorder. So I also want to buy a 4K one so it'll be better resolution, and I'm wanting to get lighting for the table as well. If you do want to support the channel, we have a Patreon page. We have a tier system as well. For it, I am actually going to be making a few second clip for Patreon or donate to the Streamlab for that matter as well. We also have an Amazon wish list page as well. You guys can get us on that, but we don't have a PO box yet. We're probably gonna do a PO box very soon if you guys want to send stuff, but we did that for the past several years and don't really send anything, so I'm probably not going to do that. Probably do unless you guys if we start getting fan mails and stuff. So this is the slave pit wagon that we got printed so far. I believe this is the Artisan Guild one. Prints. We got the whole thing in. We actually have a couple ropes and slave humans. We have an elf slave master that sits on here, but I don't know if you can see it because it's pretty glossy with the varnish and everything. So we got that. This is actually one of my first prints when I got the printer back in May. It is. I need better lighting on here. I'm probably gonna buy some next month for the back end, so the light will shoot right here. So you see a better way of this, but we got this one done. The Sphinx, Undead Sphinx. We have the Elder Brain. That matter as well. This one's actually hollowed out except the top of the brain. I've been having a lot of problem with some of these Patreon people that make the STL prints. Supports are iffy, and when the supports are iffy, I have to fix it. And a lot of times I have to fix a lot of the prints for it, for that matter as well. And I would love to show you the smaller ones I've been painting and printing. Until I find the camcorder, I really can't. It's a lot hard to see. This one's almost done. The Sharknado one is just basically has a couple more dry brushes on it than the wash. Then I gotta go in detail with the sharks for it, and I gotta put glue in the clouds on the whirlwind parts of the stuff on the top. Now varnish, and this would be done. These are basically a display piece, or it could be the DM, like basically say, put that. I like to put these in the middle before I start the game. You have a game today, and I was like, don't piss me off, or I will use it. That's basically I've been doing for the past few weeks, for that matter as well. And this is from Lord of Print. Oh, that's from Mini Monster Mayhem. I think from last month. This is Bahamut or Bahamut. I call it Bahamut. My friends call it Bahamut, and some people, there's a thing we call it Bahamut or Bahamut. So this is Bahamut. I'm just printing. There's 3 more prints on the right wings. Then I can actually put that together, and I can get some more green stuff because there's a lot of gaps between the wings. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is this is one of the god. It's supposed to be a platinum dragon for it. He usually goes around as an old man wandering around. He doesn't really transform to a dragon. He actually just becomes, he's a god. He's a good god. The father of all dragons. Tiamat's the mother of all dragons and also evil. And so they always had conflict with one another. They also were once lovers back then. That's how the chromatic and the metallic dragons came to be, is between these two, basically. This is basically a pearlescent silver with a blue wash. I'm trying to make it basically in D&D Platinum. They're mostly like a tinge of blue in them. Even though a lot of the different D&D books from the Forgotten Realms all the way to this, he's not in Greyhawk. He's in Forgotten Realms. He's a god from Forgotten Realms, and also a Hindu god as well, and some other gods, and also Final Fantasy. So basically, he is a bit more difficult to find because no one really uses Bahamut, an actual boss figure for them. There's examples of it that Wizard Coast made, but I made more like a blue dragon, but he's supposed to be like he's a platinum dragon, but they changed it to him to a silver dragon. I remember he being a platinum dragon back in 3.5, and they changed it to silver dragon. So I'm trying to make it more of like a platinum dragon, which usually was from. And I'm also going to print the Tiamat. This is from Lord of Prince. He has very good dragon prints. I'll tell you that right now. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 prints in here for it. The only problem I have with him I don't think it's him. I think it's the printer and the settings for itself. So this is the left wing. This is 3 parts. This takes the whole thing out of that small one. I would like to buy a bigger printer, but I don't have $700 to $4,000 just to buy a bigger printer. I want to save it and get it, but I think I'm going to use that money to upgrade my computer first before I buy a bigger printer, because I do need to upgrade I haven't upgraded my computer for several years. I do want to get a newer motherboard. Takes a USB-C type as well. So this is the Pearl Essence Silver. I don't know if you can see it that well. Very shiny, and this is just regular silver. So I like to, like take like a big piece or a part of that and see what the washes will look like, what will everything else will look like if I want to go with that paint style. Droplets, drips, and so forth. You see this gap right here? That's the problem I have. You see the back. I had to use green stuff and sanded it down, and a little bit of crazy glue or super glue to hold these things together. You can actually use resin and cotton ball, but the problem with that is it's very messy, and use a UV light to seal in the cracks and stuff. And sanding resin with cotton ball, it's a nightmare. If you don't have a Dremel set, you can actually damage a lot of the prints and the details from it. So this is probably the best bet I can do. But I am going to buy epoxy for the right wing and for the side. I'm going to drill holes, small holes in there, and put in a little bit of like paper clip, pieces of paper clip or pieces of some kind of tack to hold it still with the epoxy to make it stronger. This is heavy. This is about like a pound and a half. And you also use as a weapon too if you really need to. But this is basically what you can do, what it'll look like once part of the left. I'm printing the right wing right now. It's gonna take 3 days for all the right wing to be done. So it's gonna be like that. Oops. So it's gonna be like that for it. So it's gonna be very interesting how this is gonna look. It has a little bit of gap, but that it's easy. But this one had a huge gap in between, and I don't know. It's the printing one. So this is the beefy. This is the little platform, the terrain platform for this. So I actually made this silver here. Will look more shiny when I gloss it. Varnish it, but here's the rock for it. This is the base. It's quite small, but it will do what it's supposed to do. But it is a colossal sized dragon. It is huge. It is one of those things that I will probably never use in a game unless you are a follower of Bahamut, a cleric or someone that follows footsteps of Bahamut or Bahamut. For that matter, I could do a lot of story talk about it, but problem with Bahamut or Bahamut is that he polymorphs into an old human man, and he's like a wandering traveler, like to share stories. That's a problem because a lot of times you don't really need Bahamut. Bahamut only comes out if he likes you and he basically sees evil that needs to be stopped that you can't do on your own. He will pop out. Usually, he will pop out if he sees Tiamat, and Tiamat is like one of those hot, skimpy-looking lady with a robe, and they will fight, and they will fight to the death. They love each other, and they hate each other. It's like marriage. That's what basically what it feels like. It's marriage. But yeah, but Tiamat is locked in the ninth gates of hell, guarding the gate to entering hell, and yeah, and I don't know about what's the story right now with Bahamut right now in the Forgotten Realms storyline now. I know then, but there wasn't much chapter books of what's happening now in the Forgotten Realm story. Hasbro with Wizard Coast has been screwing it up. I know Hasbro is trying to sell Wizard of the Coast because they're not really good with role playing. They try and storytelling at the same time. They're becoming more PC at the same time. So, I'm thinking about going back to 3.5. Tell you the truth, I think 3.5 is an excellent style game, more stories and so forth. But I'm probably going to research more on Bahamut's background, what's happened to him now. But yeah, after this, I'm printing. Even though I have a 5-headed dragon right there, hiding right there, I'm actually going to print Lord of Prince Tiamat. I just like how his designs are. But anyhow, guys, that's what I've been doing with the printing wise and D&D miniature wise. I have a lot more back there. There's like one whole shelf that's just been painted. I've been painting at least 5 to 10 a day. If it's a very big one, probably half of it or one whole, depending what it is. That's probably going to take about a day and a half, 2 days. Because all you do is color the body for it and then just color the spikes, detail the face, then you do the dry brush, then the wash, then it's varnish. It's been taking a lot of paint, even though I've been accumulating a lot of paint over the years. It's been taking a lot of paint. Citadel is not cheap, it's expensive. I use a lot of Reaper paint as well, MSP paint. I don't like Army paint as much. It's just not that great quality. I'm gonna try Vallejo, but Vallejo is also expensive. I am gonna get airbrush. Hopefully, I get it for Christmas, but I do not know if he's gonna get it for me. I might end up getting myself airbrush by next month because it'll make my life a lot easier and simpler in getting stuff done as soon as possible. For that matter, well, this is what I've been doing. I've been doing this. I've been on my own La La Land, Christmas with the family and stuff that I don't really care much about, but I do it for them. The tree and the gifts are here. For that matter as well, it's been decorated. We've been spending a lot of money decoration outside. We probably end up buying more next year, or hopefully after the Christmas sale. For that matter, yeah, I want my wife to be happy. That's what husbands should do. Make sure your wife's happy. Happy wife is a happy life. More video about that. Big happy life, happy wife, happy life. I'll tell you a lot about that story later on down the road. Well, anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. And I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.